0-0. Over 2 minutes in. Not anymore. That's Max from the left side.
And that's the versatility of Max. Catches that clean. He probably's got an open three, but he bobbles it.
Now Trout catches, shoots. Another chance for an offensive rebound. That is some scrappy rebounding from Creighton. It doesn't fall their way, but they certainly made it tough.
Yeah, again, Creighton's going to crash that offensive glass.
Sanford a couple of steps from behind the line.
Nebraska is on an 11-0 run, and he knew it was a matter of time.
So the Blue Jays have not found their shooting stroke. 0 for 5 from behind the arc so far. And now Lawrence from the corner. He hits. And another eruption from all the red in Lincoln. Lawrence for Buchton Gel. Blocked by Green.
Wow, what a rotation from Jason Green.
Extra pass. Zugic in the corner. That's off the backboard.
Boy. Not even close.
Now Creighton has not been able to hit anything. 0 for 8 from distance. Prager gets some space. He connects. Green kick out. Graves gets a guy in the air. Lets fly. That's no good, but an offensive rebound. Swartz a little pump. Pump fake Zugic. Underneath. Found some space in the paint. He could have taken that, but gave it up to Freeman. Got it back anyway and finished. Maybe not the way he drew it up, but it worked all the same.
Well, that's one Zugic needed to go up and lay it in, but luckily the ball got popped back to him.
Sanford nearly triggered. Takes. Great touch off the glass for Bryce Sanford.
That's where he has impressed me.
And there's Blake Harper with the rebound.
He's pretty good, raking it and taking it. The Howard transfer.
Graves, an open look, and that's a silencer.
But that's all because of Freeman's running the floor and posting up.
Dix gets high, Mass is taller. And now Sanford, quick trigger. That's offline, but Mass is bigger than anyone. He's true to his name. Lawrence lets fly. Open look, he cans it.
A lot of three-point attempts. That's kind of been par for the course for Creighton against Nebraska over the years, but already 17 long-range bombs.
And this is a Creighton team that was 17 for 34 on Tuesday against Nicholas. Swartz in the air, Trout from the other corner. That one also misses. And so Trout, who hit one of his first looks, has gone cold since. And now Hoiberg up and in from the left side.
Nice little surge. Sam Hoiberg picks and chooses his spots. Playing to his strengths, gets a layup in the open floor.
6-0 run over the last 90 seconds for Nebraska. And now Big Red is on its feet. Swartz quiets him and sits him down. Just over 2 minutes left in the first half. Huskers up by 9. Mass takes, kick out Hoiberg from the corner. Switch! Sam Hoiberg, the coach's son from Lincoln. The Huskers are undefeated this year, 8-0, their best start in nearly 50 years. Last time they started off this good, 1977. Coincidentally, the first time that this rivalry became an annual tradition.
Pretty good company
there. How about
there.
that duo?
I love that stat.
Yeah. 15-point lead for Nebraska, and there's Rink Mass picking up right where he left off, doing a little bit of everything.
Big East Defensive Player of the Year, the National Defensive Player of the Year a year ago. Not having the big fella inside erasing things makes a difference.
And that is not something that you can replace. Not with one person, not in the aggregate.
Wow.
That was right. Hoiberg backs it out. Underneath Freeman, reverse layup for Sam Hoiberg.
Oh, he's just not been aggressive enough. Certainly you got to tip your cap to Sam Hoiberg and the Nebraska defense, but one way or another, you got to find a way to get involved.
Hoiberg, step back, 3.
Just a glue guy, through and through.
Double digits for Hoiberg, he's got 10.
Good closeout by Hoiberg on Dix, not allowing him to rise up.
Now Dix lets it fly and he connects. The Blue Jays were 3 for 21 from behind the arc in the first half. Now 1 for 2. That's a much better percentage early on in the second half. Buchton Gel underneath, and he finishes at the rim.
And Creighton tried to switch screens, and it's getting in.
Jacobson lost the handle. Here comes Swartz. Takes it himself and finishes.
That was the best defensive possession of the game for Nebraska. In help gaps, recovering. Braden Frager, all guys that played high school basketball here in the state and understand this rivalry.
Swartz from the free throw line. He knocks it down. That's a pretty bucket for Austin Swartz. And now Hoyer. Strong take baseline. Kick out. Opposite corner. Lawrence missed it. Davis picks it up and runs the floor. That's a nice lefty finish from Ty Davis.
Again, Creighton's just not gotten enough of. They very rarely pick up full court, so it's hard for them to climb out of deficits.
Hoiberg around Trout. What a game for Sam Hoiberg. Swartz catch and shoot, fading away, knocks it down. That's a tough bucket for Swartz.
Swartz has been aggressive.
Mass for three. He's setting sail and leading the way. Rick Mass is having himself a career afternoon in Lincoln. Under 10 on the shot clock. Swartz again hits. Mid-range jumper for Swartz, who's been a bright spot for Creighton. 12 points for Sam Hoiberg on 5 of 9 shooting. He's also got 3 rebounds and 4 assists. It has been an all-around day for the senior guard. Now he gives it up. Sanford for 3, cashes it. And the Blue Jays have had no answer for the Huskers offensively or defensively today. Dix tries to create some space, and he knocks down a 3. To say it has been a poor three-point shooting day is an understatement. To say that it has been an outstanding defensive day for Nebraska is also an understatement. Occasion.
Well, first on defense, just inviting that dump.
And the Huskers are back up by 21. Zugic in the corner, and he rings it home.
Not as many three-point attempts in this second half for Creighton. That's only their 7th attempt after shooting north of 20 in the first half.
Not the easiest press break. Hoiberg gives it up. Sanford missed the 3. Mask underneath, puts it back, and he got fouled.
Thing alive. That's a part of his role. Look at him crashing number 5. He gets into the body of Green. He just gets a...
Fewest that Nebraska has allowed in a half this season. Fewest that Creighton has scored in a half this season. That really set the tone for what we've seen in the second half, where the Huskers have maintained the pressure and maintained the gas. The Huskers are well on their way to winning a 2nd straight in his rivalry matchup. Impressive second half for Austin Swartz. First time that the home team has won this rivalry game since 2020. Get this, Nick. First time that Nebraska has beaten Creighton back-to-back seasons. Final seconds in Lincoln. Big Red with a big win, 71-50. Nebraska defends its home floor and takes down the Creighton Blue Jays to stay undefeated.